Well, there's a new book that says one molecule in our body plays a huge role in how we age. The Beauty Molecule is by best-selling author and healthy aging expert Dr. Nicholas Perricone.
It's a guide to helping you achieve glowing skin, sharper thinking, and increased energy. We could all use all of that. Dr. Perricone, nice to have you back on Good Day New York.
Pleasure to be here.
All right, everybody wants the secret. I'm like, okay, what do I need to know? What is the secret in this book?
It's really simple. Everything is inflammation. We age, inflammation takes us down. And so I developed this 25 years ago. I was the only doctor that was talking about inflammation, aging, disease. It was not well accepted by the medical community at that time. Now it's mainstream, so we're not having any resistance today.
All right, so what is the basic principle? Because I see that you brought some food groups here. What's the basic principle?
Okay. It all comes down to this. Anything that causes a rapid rise in blood sugar, which is going to be junk food, it actually creates an inflammatory cascade that lasts for days. You'll see your skin, your brain doesn't work well, and you do the anti-inflammatory diet before any event. Just 3 days, you look like a different person. Energy, just radiance, and of course, clarity.
So,
okay,
yeah.
I do want to get into the diet here, but the book is called The Beauty Molecule. What is that molecule?
Well, the molecule, it's a long thing. It's called acetylcholine. But after doing all my research over the past 25 years, it all boiled down to one molecule. And I said, what am I going to name the book? Well, it came up Beauty Molecule, of course. And so there were different strategies in the book. How do we elevate that beauty molecule? Always starts with the anti-inflammatory diet. You have to stay well hydrated. And then I came across hydrogen water in Japan. They've been using it for some 20 years, and I was very skeptical, so I went to Tokyo, met with the scientists, met with the manufacturers, and they convinced me that this is something really important. This totally turns off inflammation in your body, and it's easy to do.
Turns off inflammation?
It does.
Okay. So,
But do you have to drink the whole thing for it to work, or can you have like a few sips?
Yeah, a few sips. But
is it just water with hydrogen added to it, or what is it?
yeah, it's extra hydrogen. It's
Okay.
it's not H3O, but it's just hydrogen.
H2 plus O.
Okay, well, to our health, huh?
Yes.
So
cheers.
it tastes different. What am I tasting?
It's going to taste very smooth because hydrogen molecules are in there. It makes it kind of slippery, so it's really nice. And it gives you
Yeah,
energy.
it does feel slippery.
Yeah, it does. Smooth is a good term. All right, let's talk about the food here that are part of the anti-inflammatory diet. And these are things, you don't have to do this diet specifically, but the people should focus on as they eat, right?
Exactly. All we're trying to do is maintain level blood sugar. When you eat anything that's junk food, it puts up the blood sugar, and you have a burst of inflammation that goes on for over 3 days. So once you get on this diet, it changes everything. First of all, you're going to have beautiful radiance to your skin, clarity, you're going to just have a different outlook. It gives you a lot of positive feelings. And so if we do this, and by turning off inflammation, we reduce our risk of all of the diseases. I mean, heart disease, everything.
What are these foods here then?
So the reason for the foods are you want to have a lot of colors because that has certain things called polyphenols, and that's also very good in terms of bringing down inflammation and also making us very healthy. So you want to always look at what I call your color quotient. How many colors have you had today? And so greens and lots of
salmon. I see salmon. You've always kind of pushed the salmon.
Salmon's just amazing.
Yeah,
it does everything. It gives you adequate protein. It has essential fatty acids, everything the body needs, including the brain. And so this is very simple. Once you learn this, and any special events you have coming on, you just do this for 3 days, you look like a different person.
All right, let's talk about supplements. So the hydrogen water, is that a must or like that's optional?
Well, it's optional, but the thing is, since I discovered this is such a great anti-inflammatory in its own right. So you just drink this down in the morning. I do this in the morning. I have a little fridge in my bedroom. I crawl over in the morning and drink it down and get rid of the brain fog. Within about 20 minutes, you feel different.
Do you do one or do you do it multiple times a day, or should you?
I do this one in the morning, and I do another one in the afternoon around 3 o'clock when I start fading, and it brings me back.
So do you sell this?
Yes, this is Perricone hydrogen water, and I did this because I found out Japan was using hydrogen water for years, and I was very skeptical because I'm a chemist. I said, well, how could it be an anti-inflammatory? I looked at the science. I said, this is it. I want to do this.
Okay, so once again, about the foods, these are foods that people can just buy at their regular grocery store. And you say kind of mix up the colors. Is there a place that people can look up? Because off the top of your head, you can see colors, but a lot of people have no idea what you mean by anti-inflammatory. So, how can you find out, is this anti-inflammatory, or maybe I should stay away from it?
Okay, so the simplest thing to do is there's something called a glycemic index. It tells you how rapidly blood sugar is going to go up. You want to stay away from those foods. So I just look at colors, and you want to stay away from refined carbohydrates. They're going to give you a big burst of inflammation, and you don't want to do that. So once you start this, you're going to feel so different. You're not going to deviate.
There are supplements as well. I'm looking to see. There's no calories in this.
No,
okay.
it's just hydrogen,
Nothing.
just water and hydrogen.
Well, it's got to be nice for you to see that after all these years, you talked about starting with this. And when I mentioned to my wife you were going to be on the show, she's like, oh, he's OG. Like, he's been around for a long time. But the community has kind of come around to anti-inflammatory, but also longevity and taking care of yourself, not just getting older, but getting older in a healthy way.
Exactly. You know, it's interesting. 25 years ago when I wrote my first book, there was a big pushback from the medical community, the science community, and they said, what are you talking about? I said, well, inflammation isn't obvious. It's not like a sunburn. It's a low-grade inflammation that makes us age and makes us feel terrible, wrinkles our skin, and we get mental decline. So this was, like I said, this was very radical. Now it's mainstream. It's great not to be, yelled at.
Well, it's all in the Beauty Molecule book. Plus the diet is in here as well if you need a little refresher. And then the hydrogen water's on the side, right?
Oh, absolutely. This is my new life.
All right. Dr. Nicholas Perricone, always great talking with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. And I guess we'll stay in the same vein, right? Because
Sort of, yeah.
we want
Healthy.
to